You're such an asshole.
Here we got another one. This guy writes, who wants a video response. Hello, Aaron. I'm a repeat customer. Our last exchange was about buying a house in Illinois. In case you want to be Chicago's bitch. You know, you could be a tax slave to the people of Chicago. And I pretty much got the advice I wanted. Moving on to my new video request, I would like your advice on moving to a new city, the do's and don'ts, so to speak. I currently rent in the Chicago area, so I won't worry about selling a house. I'm a truck driver with no debt and cash in the bank. Between me and my girlfriend, we are looking to make a little over $100,000 a year in terms of Illinois money. I'm still building my savings to a comfortable level, and she's getting rid of her small student loan. We want to move debt-free with roughly $50,000 in cash. Looking to move in about 2 years. Our state of choice is Tennessee, Chattanooga, or Nashville. I would like this a video. Please let me know if you need more information. Value your opinion. Thanks, Paul. And then I asked him, I said, well, I know nothing about Nashville or Chattanooga. I've never been there. I said, are you, because all I could do is give you some general advice about moving, but not,
right.
I said, certainly don't feel obliged to pay. But he paid because he says, I'm still interested. I'm not looking for specifics on said cities, more like ground rules or guidelines on how to go about moving to a new city, jobs, finding housing, making connections. Would be interested to get your take on the matter. And that I can provide because he paid me, and I'm a whore.
I've heard that about you.
Yeah, you do it. Did you see the one where the guy he wanted me to do a video on the etiquette of burping and farting?
I didn't watch it, but I saw that it existed.
I got paid to tell someone when it's okay to burp and fart in front of friends, professionals, work, girlfriend.
Yeah.
Told him that if you got your buddies in the car, you hold them hostage and you can let many rip.
Let it rip.
Let it rip, roll up the window.
Hell yes.
And then deny. Deny. Deny.
What?
Fuck you. Are you accusing me? Smells like your fart. That's a Bob fart. That's nobody else's fart. That's Bob's fart. Okay, first thing I would say, and this is the most important thing, is go to the cities and explore them first.
Yep.
Don't just say I'm moving. Go to these cities and spend weekends there. Now, you could probably drive. How far is... Shoot, getting out of Chicago is going to take you longer than to cover the ground from southern Chicago to Chattanooga. Chicago, Illinois to Chattanooga, Tennessee. That's a day's drive, if that. No, I don't want to fly. I want to drive 8 hours. Okay, and then let's try Nashville.
It's not terrible.
Well, he's a truck driver, so that should be nothing for him.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Yeah, he drives all the fucking time.
Yeah, 6 hours to... Yeah, what I would be doing is I'd be taking lots of 3-day weekends and just get an Airbnb and go down there.
Yep.
And walk around and drive around. Drive around would be the number one thing I do. I just drive. Because you're going to take in a lot of shit that way. You're going to know what the traffic is like. You're going to know what the drivers are like. You're going to know what the good part of town is, what the bad part of town is. Also, in the meantime, I don't know if he's a truck driver, so he's kind of self-employed. But if the GF is looking for a job, if one of you have to go for jobs, don't wait till you move there.
Hell no.
Apply now.
Yep.
I mean, make sure, the first step is to make sure you want to live there.
Yeah.
So don't, start applying now while you're driving down there, because you may find, oh my God, I hate Nashville because of, I don't know, the horse farms. There's too many horse vaginas being cleaned in this county. I never want to see another clean horse vagina again. So go down, explore, figure out if you actually want to move there first.
Yep.
Upon finding out, yes, we actually want to move here first. 1, start applying for jobs immediately in that area. Don't be picky. I mean, do be picky. Sorry, do be picky. Only apply for jobs that are going to make it worth your while. Because you got a job now.
Right.
Don't be desperate oh, I'll take a pay cut because I really want... No, keep making your money, build up your money. The other thing is, if you're insistent on buying a house there, you're serious about buying a house, right as you're applying for jobs, and if you have the money, unless you found the house that you really want, I would buy land in that town where you want to build. There's some... Because that's what I did in South Dakota. There's some complications with that sometimes when you buy, if it has electricity and water and infrastructure already ran into it, it's usually part of a development, and part of that development says if you buy this land, you got to develop it within a year. And then a lot of times they'll be really restrictive on what you can put there. So, but if you can find a piece of land that you like and that you can build on later, That's something to do. That is after you've confirmed that you want to live there, though.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just another thing you can do to kind of like, okay, I bought the land and I'll build later. If it's just him and his girlfriend, I don't know if they really need a house. I think they could get by with a condo, because then land takes property and maintenance and all that. Making connections, I wouldn't bother making connections. I wouldn't. No one's social anymore.
No.
Just go.
No.
I wouldn't. I mean, I've been living in the Twin Cities, and I see you more regularly than I do friends that live 5 miles away. That said, the social life is pretty much dead and gone.
God.
Yeah.
So much.
Yeah. I wouldn't be there. That wouldn't even factor into my decision. I would also, before you even consider Tennessee, yeah, you don't pay state income taxes, that's good, but take a look at car registration, things like that. My buddy Glorious Carl moved to North Carolina. He's like, oh my God, the car registration. It's like, yeah, they got to get the taxes somewhere.
Somehow, yeah.
Yeah, so don't buy a new car, a new truck, or whatever. I mean, those are other things you got to look at. The school district. You don't want to go to a school district where nothing's too good for other people's children, because even though you think the socialist leftists who live in the ghetto of Nashville or Chattanooga jack up the taxes, which they will, oh my gosh, prissy liberal white or even conservative Swipple soccer moms, not enough of your money is too good for their children. They need a swimming pool. They need an arts center, a theater, a theater for the high school students, so the kids could go and major in theater.
That's right.
And community, because Lord knows you can't act. Remember, you only can act in the theater because you have your doctorate in theater.
If you don't have a doctorate,
you can't act.
Same thing with you can't point a light at the stage if
No.
you don't have a doctorate in theater.
I could not even audition for the local community play.
No, hell no.
The title of the play could be Asshole, the story of a professional asshole. I could walk in, I could not audition for the role of the asshole because I don't have a doctorate.
You could have written that play. Oh wait, you can't because you don't have a PhD in creative
playwriting.
writing.
Yeah, I don't have a degree in PhD in creative writing.
You can't do a fucking thing.
I can't do anything.
You're helpless.
I'm helpless.
Completely
All
helpless.
I can do is
All
finance.
you could do is clean horse vaginas.
That's all I can do. And I'd like to be able to help people out with finance. Like, I have all this amazing knowledge and wisdom and expertise and experience and hindsight in finance. You know the problem is?
You don't have a PhD.
I don't have a doctorate in communication, so I can't communicate this wisdom.
Oh, shit.
Just have all this information and knowledge, and I can't get it because... if there was a government program to give me a degree in communication so I could convey... Everyone needs a degree in communications, right?
Well, yeah. How else could we communicate?
We have all this built-up knowledge and wisdom, and we just can't communicate.
It's just sitting there like a dirty horse vagina waiting to be cleaned.
But no one has the ability.
No one has the ability.
I'm sorry, doctorate. The two are antithetical. God almighty. So that's my any insight on that one? Any other...
I'd maybe toss in to, after living in a college town, I know this, see if there's anything in these cities he's going to that is cyclical, like college. So, the difference between when the college kids are there and the college kids are gone. I suppose it's like, try to figure out when the city is at its worst, whether that's by population, weather, whatever, and go there at least a couple of times when it should be at its very worst.
Right.
Make sure you can stand that.
I had a guy down in St. Petersburg. It sucks down here. There's sun and beaches and there's chicks and
What?
No.
God.
It was funny. He's living in St. Petersburg, and I'm thinking like that's one of the best towns in the country to live in. And he's like, it's hot, it's muggy. There was a bum that hit me up for money. Almost got into fisticuffs with him. I'm like, why were you in that part of St. Peter? That's a bad part of town. And he got a job offer in Minneapolis or St. Paul. Think about going to St. Paul. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
No.
And I said, have you... And that was my advice. I say, wait for the weather.
Yeah.
Wait for it to go below zero. And then I want you to come to the Twin Cities. I don't care if you have to pay $500 for a flight. Get a flight to the Twin Cities. Get a car. And I just want you to drive around during rush hour in 15 degree below zero.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I'm from, he said, the Northeast. I'm not going to say what state because he didn't want me to say. Well, I'm from the Northeast and it gets pretty cold there. I'm like, no, you dipshit. That's not cold. It got down to 15 degrees. I've experienced 15 degrees. Yeah, above zero, not below. I'm like, and you got public transportation. No, don't give me that shit. Right. Go to St. Paul in January when there's fresh black ice, when the exhaust from the cars freeze on the road.
God,
there's no snow. Ugh. It's so low in temperature, the salt doesn't work anymore on the roads.
God. Yeah.
Then you tell me.
Then tell me
St. Petersburg really sucks, and by God, but yeah, you go to St. Paul in July, yeah, it's going to be kind of nice.
Sure.
And I'm like, what? You know, that's like, I heard North Korea's kind of nice. I'm living in Singapore, and God almighty, there's all these expensive buildings and tall and clean streets. I heard North Korea's pretty nice. Anything else for our good buddy here before moving down to Tennessee? I like Tennessee. I've been through it.
Hey.
I like it as a state, yeah. I've spent no time in Nashville or Chattanooga. Memphis, I hear, has bad crime. But,
yeah, I have no Tennessee experience.
Yeah, I've just driven. I know I like Knoxville. I'd recommend Knoxville. I've spent a little bit of time there. That's a nice town because you're by the mountains. I would also maybe add to it, he not pigeonhole himself to just two cities. Sure. Maybe explore a little bit.
Yeah.
Try it out. Oh, that'd be it. So, yeah, I mean, be versatile, I guess.
Right.
Yeah. Cool. All right, so we did 2 asshole consult. Look at that work.